Sharon with the neutralization. We're almost got it. We got him. Let's go. Guys, guess the damage. I want to see you lot guess the damage right now. I'm gonna say 1 trillion. I don't know how high. Is that okay? Let's see. Damn! Damn! Now, I do want to make a major disclaimer. This is a squad synergy, so it does require a Luna to buff Bunny's crit, and it does also require a Sharon to debuff Warcrasher, and then a Nell to overall just buff everyone. Another option is Valby to debuff Warcrasher further towards electric abilities. So that is the synergy. It is a gamble, especially using it in public. However, this is a team synergy, and I'm highlighting that from the beginning. But yeah, let's get on into the build. So, starting off with the actual Bunny build. Now, for our red module, we are going to be going with Superconductor. Now, Superconductor is a red module that basically just adds resistances. You can survive a little bit better with Superconductor, or you could go with Electric Charge. I'm going to go with Electric Charge in this exact instance, just because you do jump around a little bit, but either one of the red modules work perfectly fine. Next up, Maneuvering module. I'm sure you saw I'm sure that you know me by now. I'm a man of mid-air maneuvering. So mid-air maneuvering is going to be the module that we're going to rock with this one. Now, for this Bunny build, we want to max out our focus, and we want to basically make our skill cost as low as we possibly could get it. To do this, Final Wish is going to be essential, as well as running Maximize Conservation and also running Strong Mentality. So you can see here we're running all three of the big all three of the big skill cost mods. Final Wish's biggest downside is the fact that it's negative 40% skill power, so this is a very, very big down of the Final Wish red module, or golden module, sorry. But after 10 seconds you should be all good. Now, to counter this, we are going to be going with a little bit of crit on Bunny. So with crit, you basically crit fish for as much damage as you possibly can get. Now, because we do use a Luna on the squad, there is no actual need for insight, because Luna can buff very hard anyways. We're going to use emergency measures, and we'll also use front lines. So you can see over here right off the bat that we are going with the 3 crit mods. You know what, let's just reorganize these a little bit so it's a little bit easier for people to get a bit of a read. There you go, 3 skill cost mods and 3 crit mods so far. So we're basically making some good progress. Now, we do want to have a little cooldown on here and a little bit of damage as well. So with this, cooldown and damage is going to be the next 2 things we're going to focus on. Whenever it comes to cooldown, there's basically, well, one thing we need, and that's the most we can get. That's just being MP conversion. That's basically it. So that will be good enough for cooldown, and in this instance, we're going to go with 1 focus on module, and we're going to go with focus on electric. So yeah, focusing on electric skill power to balance out you know, the overall damage of Bunny is going to work very, very nicely. Now, where were we? We were on to the topic of damage and cooldown. So for cooldown as well, because we do want to run max or almost max cooldown, we are going to use Nimble. Nimble Fingers as well. I'm tweaking. So there you go, Nimble Fingers as well, because we do want max cooldown, especially on our 4th ability. We want it to basically time perfectly so that we can run around and build our resource up and come back to using Bunny's beam. Now, for the final bit of damage, we're going with skill simplification for an insane skill power modifier boost, and yeah, that's basically the build with Bunny. Now, you can see here with the trigger module, we want to go with something very, very simple. Now, there's nothing as simple as a straight up damage buff, and a straight up damage buff comes from Power Beyond. Using this will just give you a passive 15% skill power increase. So this is what we are going with our actual trigger mod as well. So this is the build you're going to want to use on Bunny. Now, Let's have a look at the other parts of the setup. For the reactor, you are going to want to go with something like this. In this instance, I am using scouting rifle. So we're going to be using the blue beetle with one... Oh, is that the right beetle? That is the wrong beetle. My bad. We're going to be using a beetle with 2 sprints, or 1 sprint, 1 grapple would be the absolute best. I don't know what happened to my third beetle, but yeah, we'll just go with it. Electric and fusion is going to be on this reactor because Bonnie's 4th ability is a fusion ability. And then for the 3 or 2 subsets at the bottom, you want crit damage. Crit rate is a bit back and forth. You don't really want it because Luna can buff your crit rate, and Wall Crasher does have resistances. Like I said, this is fishing. Having higher crit rate won't make it any better. Damage to Colossus is your next best bet along with crit damage, so this is what we are going to go with. Crit damage and Colossus for this specific setup. Now, let's focus on the external components. Now, the external components for this build is following basically the same principle as the actual modules themselves. Now you can see here we are going to go with 2 pieces of the ascending armory set. So this is here for skill cost, and then to also match that same synergy, we are going to be using 2 pieces of hunter as well. This is going to give us the perfect setup with skill cost on there and also with cooldown on there, allowing us to basically almost be at the exact perfect loop. Now, for your comps stats, you want max HP, MP recovery out of combat, max MP, MP recovery in combat, and MP recovery modifier. Defense or electric resistance would be all good, and max shield, toxic resistance, or shield recovery modifier would basically be good with this one as well. Now, for your actual external component cores, you want max HP and defense across every single one of them. Simple as it gets. Survivability for Bunny. Now, let's have a look at the arcade tuning tree. Now, for Bunny's tuning tree, it's pretty much what you'd expect. Now, we're going to go down here for skill cost, and then we're going to go up and around to this golden skill power node over here. We want to be getting this additional Colossus damage because, of course, this is a Wall Crasher build. Other than that, we're going to go up here, and we're going to pull up on electrocution vulnerability. This is just straight up damage when we use an ability, so this is going to work well with her 4th ability. Next up, we still are after our crits, so crit rate and crit damage, and you've got 1 extra node, slap it on down there, a little bit of skill power, simple as it gets for Bunny. So this is the arcade tuning tree you're going to want to run with Bunny. Now, with the actual build for the blue beetle, the only thing you'd actually want is 1 sprint speed and 1 grapple core to basically get around. If you use 2 sprint speeds, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. It'd work regardless. For the modules on here, really don't matter. If you want to go with any sort of build, this is what I go with on the beetle, I guess. Yeah, it works quite well, and yeah, that's it. Now, let's have a quick look at the inversions. For the inversions, this is what you are going to want to do. You're 100% going to want to go with skill cost on here. Skill cost specifically because, of course, we're trying to, you know, go through with, you know, as little skill cost as possible to keep that beam up. Other than that, I would recommend going with max HP, and then the third option is completely optional. If you want to get, you know, selective stimulation, so on and so forth, anything else, it's completely up to you and what you prefer. I do go with selective neurostimulation in this instance, so yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Oh, Wall Crasher needs to be electrocuted in order for it to work, and the laser doesn't inflict electrocution. Lightning emission does though. Yeah, there you go. Make sure you're using lightning emission. You know, we always run this when we have Bunny on anyways. So, yeah, zapping the Wall Crasher with this will inflict the mutant cell that we put on this setup. So make sure you're running a little bit of that. Now, let's have a quick look at the gameplay loop for Bunny before we get on into some gameplay. So, with this, all you're going to do is just activate her speed of light to basically build up her unique resource bar. Once that's done, you're just going to want to go straight in and use her maximum power. This has been heavily buffed, and you just hold this, jump around, keep an eye on your surroundings, and make sure you're beaming the Wall Crasher. Basically as simple as that. Let's get on into the runs. I'll show you a really nice and clean run, and then I'll show you a scuffed but a very, very fun run to show you what Bunny can do. let's get on into it. Am I spawning in late? Close enough. Alright, let's kick it, guys. Thanks, Choco. Be a lot cooler if you didn't rotate. Nice. Be careful with where you guys go. This is looking like a very good run so far. Gotta build up the resource. Come on, come on. Perfect. Hell yeah, let's go. Good crit fishing on the knees. We do love a bit of that. Okay. Oh, crap. Forgot to jump. Nice 13 mils. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. This is cooking. We're doing good so far. Definitely plenty of damage. Do that. You enhanced it whilst I have no resources, you donkey. It's fine. Honestly, very solid run. A very solid run from every side there. Let's see how much damage I ended up pulling off with Bunny in a, I think, 2-minute run, give or take. 1 minute 55 seconds, and I did 1.5 billion damage. That is nutty. That is insanely nutty. Alright, round 2, let's go. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, straight in with the buffs on here. My side, you guys make it around here, please. I didn't even fully charge it, I'm cooked. Alright, well, off to an excellent start. Diminishing start, dare I say. Alright, let's kick it. We're just gonna keep nuking the crap out of Warcrasher. I am, of course, you know, my beloved Bunny. And I did a very, very bad time jump there. So I'm not setting myself up for very much success. We're beaming his knee. His knee's taken a lot of damage. We've broken his knee. I need to let this cool down, so just give me a second. And I also need to, you know, let my resources build. Good enough. Up, up, up. He's gonna hit me with the jump that. As long as we stay safe and we're within lunar vicinity, we should be basically good. You can see here the damage we're pulling right now is very, very promising damage. Really good crits as well. Break that knee. And he's going into his, okay, we're not gonna beam his heart, we can't reach it. We're just gonna focus on his knee. Make sure to stay walk of your surroundings. I absolutely fucked it. Come on, Apocalyptos, thank you. Build this up a little bit more because I'm gonna do that. Cooked. Just one down from me, happens. Okay. 10 millions, we're still hitting pretty nice damage. I'm going to die again because I'm not paying attention to the floor markings. I'm dead. Wait, no, I'm not, I'm alive. I'm definitely dead. I'm not paying attention to the floor markings. This is like one of the most messy phases in this fight for sure. If you pay attention to the floor markings and, you know, the angle that all of this is coming at you at, you can easily jump over all of them circles. So definitely not the fastest setup I've done. However, this is definitely going to be an, oh god. I didn't even know that dude can knock you out of that. Holy shit. Okay. Well, I got knocked out my ability. Excellent. Bro, you know what? Nuke that. Okay. Save my Sharon. There you go. This is one way of doing it. You can see here the damage is nice and good. Definitely not the fastest, and a lot of stuff is going back and forth. This is very, very scuffed. But, yeah. This is an interesting run to say the least. I wonder how much damage I'm going to have at the end of it. Because it doesn't look like these two now. Oh, this Serena is doing very good right now. I'm dead. Because of this thing. Alright, I'm respawning. I don't want you not to come in here. Don't worry about it. What? Oh wait, Serena's killed me as well. Nice. Excellent. The Serena's cooking me. Alright, there you go. This is such a scuff run. Holy shit. Excellent. Bro, I know this run isn't like the most professional or coolest thing you've seen, right? But I promise you, I'm having more fun doing this than I've had in doing the wall crasher in a very long time. This is like the most fun run I've done. Hey, Shenjay, thank you for the follow, bro. Appreciate that. Alright, he's gonna go down. Yep, okay, that's fine. So ignore that. 9 million crits all over the board. Nice and easy. No, we've lost our Luna. Luna's down. Pick man up. Pick my man up. I know this is definitely not the coolest looking run, I promise you, but this is so much fun. I'm not even gonna lie. It might be taking us a while, but I'm definitely having fun whilst doing it. Alright, jump this. There's a purple circle here. Scuffed. Alright. Let's run around, buff this. Alright, now we're cooking. Nuke that. This is so much more fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? I'd love to tell you that, oh, you gotta do all of this, but I'm having so much fun right now. This is actually insane. Nuke that knee. Get this thing out of my face. Oh my god. Oh, let's go. Alright, come on. We're almost there. Why am I taking damage? Oh, I didn't see that. I'm blind. I died. It's okay. It happens. To think that this has gone on for almost 5 minutes is actually so scuffed. Oh crap, I can't. Apply the buff. Choco, I'm on the other side. Come on. Sharon with the neutralization. We're almost got it. We got him. Let's go. Guys, guess the damage. I want to see you lot guess the damage right now. I'm gonna say over 2 billion. I don't know how high. 700k. Let's see. Damn! Almost 2.8 billion damage with Bunny. Oh my god. That is actually insanity. So much chaos. This is actually peak. I'll take it. After doing some more testing with out the buffs from Luna and Nell and Sharon and stuff, me, Natsuna and Bunny Honey did a few runs here and there, and on average we were seeing that basically with the exact same setup, you can achieve between 500 million damage to 1 billion damage in about a 2 to 3 minute run in Wall Crasher. So I just want to give a massive shout out to Natsuna and also to Bunny Honey. Thanks for running with me, and it's really nice to be playing with other Bunny players. And yeah, basically this build definitely works with the big buffers. However, if you decide to use this without buffers, I don't think I would be mad if I saw a Bunny in Wall Crasher that's basically doing this, because I know 1,000,000% from my perspective you are absolutely having a blast whilst doing so. But yeah, this is definitely a capable build. Make sure to have fun, invest in it, and I look forward to seeing all my bunnies in Wall Crasher. But yeah, that's basically been this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing. I make plenty of videos on the first Descendant. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!